Get into action. Yo, we in here dabbing on the reel. Y'all stay tuned, more to come. Action One Media Group. It's time to get into action, man. For real.
In your face.
So you're welcome to view my art pieces on Facebook at Unique Designer Freelance, or follow me on Instagram at unique.designer.freelance. Oh, that one is all lowercase. And then on Twitter, you're welcome to follow me at Unique Designer.
Get into action.
Back in this thing again, A1 Live. We appreciate everybody that's checking us out via Facebook Live. Everybody checking us out on weareA1.com. Make sure that you go on Google Play and get the app. You know what I'm saying? The app is out now. You know what I'm saying? Apple coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Tell them quit making us jump through the loops because we coming, man. You know what I'm saying?
You're tuned in to the all-new Action One Network. Turn up your volume.
I see you out here killing people, bro. You looking good. You should be acting bad on him, man.
I might have to probably do something about that, man. You know what? I'm probably going to have to act bad on him, man.
Look here, man. Look here. Act bad on him, man.
I think I'm going to have to do that because they not hearing me, bro. I knew you had an angle, bro. Like, God, dog, bro. You just couldn't.
Tiny GB.
Acting bad on them, run up the bag on them, press that gas on them, hit the dash on them. I'm trying to get the money, Jolly gon' stop me. I'm trying to get the money, Jolly gon' knock me. Acting bad on them, run up the bag on them, press the gas on them, hit the dash on them. I'm trying to get the money, Jolly gon' stop me. I'm trying to get the money, Jolly gon' knock me. See y'all done messed up, put some respect on my name. See why they mad at me? I'm trying to make a little change. This for all my workers, working for minimum wage. I can't be nice to them. Y'all gotta feel my rage. How you gonna count me out? I got hit after hit, showing that they slick. I be Uber trapping, yeah, my money legit. And my bow tie shining. I don't put ice on my wrist. They be side talking. I be hearing the words. See my parents die. I done been through the words. All these fake rappers, they be getting on my nerves. Southside still holding up. Had to go hard on my verse. Acting bad on them. Run up the bag.
Action 1, inspiring action. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Yeah, man, you know how it is, man. When you do a show every week, man, you miss one. You know what I'm saying?
People be looking for you.
Yeah, man. You know, but just to let y'all know, you know, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, with an interesting story to tell, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But
y'all want to know about that one.
Hey, man.
Exactly.
I plead the fifth, man. You know what I'm saying? We are A1.com. Your brother Atum Raj, Nicole, RJ, Action Jackson holding us down, man. We appreciate y'all for checking us out, man. Make sure that y'all are going to the website, subscribing. You know, anybody that's interested in submitting your music, you know, we only support and play independent music. Any independent entrepreneurs, you know, get at us, man. You know, we here. You know, I was happy to see J. Nicole held it down last week.
You know, I tried. I did what I did. I does what I does. You know. No, but we had fun. You know, you were definitely missed. You know, we ain't had that dragon in the.
Oh yeah, the dragon, baby, the dragon.
But you
Bruce
know,
Leroy.
we held it down. We had a good little time last week. You know. You was in Orlando, huh?
Yeah, man, you know, holding it down in Florida, man. And, you know, they really, like your boy Charlamagne can say, man, that boy's right, man. The craziest people come from the Bronx and all of Florida. That's facts, man. Man, I'm driving from Orlando to Jacksonville, and there's this dude, like, telling the sheriff, like, on his bumper.
Bro.
Like, you know, me, I'm slowing down.
Right,
You know,
you're from Texas, man.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
trying to
dude
back
is like,
up a little
dude
bit.
is literally, like, telling, and I'm like, all right, man, you know, I don't want to know what y'all got going on, man.
I got muscles, but I
you feel me? You feel me?
Must
But
can't beat up a bullet.
you feel me? But yeah, man, we have two special guests. You know, I've been waiting for this show for a while, man. You know, shout out to my boy Jay, man. He you know, he's one of those people that's definitely dependable. You know what I'm saying? That book his interviews in advance and come out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But before I introduce our guest, I definitely want to start on the note. We've been having a conversation about the 2020 census that's coming up next year. And, you know, it's kind of surrounding the conversation about, you know, should we participate or not? You know, people always have these conspiracy theories and things of that nature. And you know, of course, for years I was on that boat. But, you know, definitely as I kind of understand more on the side of, you know, how budgets and financing and things like that work, man, I definitely want to encourage everybody to look into participating into your local 2020 census. I think that our communities are losing a lot of dollars by undercounting. So yeah, man, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's it, man. Yeah, man, it's real, man.
Fill out that census like they be filling out the taxes.
Yeah,
you
man.
want to say claim everybody.
I'm trying to tell you, you know.
Man, get off the tip, man. The man already know where you at, man.
I'm saying that. You know, the main people who are complaining about it are those people who did file those taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if you want to stand for something, stand for everything. Don't just pick and choose.
I mean, if you sneeze and then scroll through Facebook and then it says bless you, they already know.
Yeah, man. Wow,
Real talk.
Man, so you know, the first person I want to introduce, man, you know, I've watched this sister. I've recently come into her works, and you know, just seeing some of the great things that she's doing. She's definitely a person that I wish existed, you know, that I knew of when I was in undergrad. Because, you know, all of these different packages look so well. For those of us checking us out, you know, on YouTube,
can you
man.
just turn it so they can see that PV?
Want to show that.
You want to show
show y'all them
PV,
pants.
Okay.
And that's why I did that.
Yeah. But
love you,
she is the founder of the JCS Project, Miss Tiffannie Jones. What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
That's
good. You know,
good.
glad to have you out. Glad you made it.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh yeah, man, and this brother here, man, I'm pretty sure you know, y'all done seen him, you know, all over the scene. You know, whether it's with his company that I love so much, Lead 360. Whether it's on the Beauty and the Beard show, on All Real Radio,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to All Real holding it down. Mr. J. Nicklos, what's up, baby?
What's going on, boss man? How you feeling?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. I'm
That's
happy to see you,
good.
man. You always keep me entertained, man.
That's what I try to do. I want the people to live their best life.
Hey, man, but I definitely appreciate you bringing the economic aspect to the movement and the community. I think that's something that's real lost, man.
Absolutely.
We've been fighting so long with spirit and knowledge of self, and all of those things are definitely important. But it's time to get up on the economics. Man.
Yeah, can't have no movement without no money.
Man, for sure,
Definitely
man.
not in the U.S.
Yeah, man. So we finna get into our first commercial break. Then we're gonna come back and we're gonna break down Lead 360 and the JCS project, man. Brother Atumra, A1 Live, man. RJ, cue up that music, man.
Get in the action at weareA1.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Janetta with A1 Live Pop-Up here at African Fashion Week Art, Wine, and Culture event. We are having an amazing time. They have some lovely art pieces to see. So go ahead, get down here. You still have time. Everybody get in the action.
You're tuned in to the all-new Action One Network. Turn up the volume.
We're about to go in on them one time. You hear? Sight of wickedness in our country. Bad my people when we untied down. It's our wickedness in our country. All the vipers cannot leave we alone. It's our wickedness in our country. Bad my people when we untied down. It's our wickedness in our country. All the vipers cannot leave we alone. It's like a circle and a seas. Give we equal rights, no peace. Go take Babylon, batch it at the mark of the beast. Put the people on their knees, grab the machine and them squeeze. Lord Jah, you know say we see too much of this. Because you them does a cry when they ask them mama why did they father have to die? Tell the truth, should you lie? Could they really understand how the devils them a move? It's a wickedness in our country. Bad my people want be untied down. It's a wickedness in our country. All the vipers cannot leave we alone. It's a wickedness in our country. Bad my people want be untied down. It's a wickedness in our country. All the vipers cannot leave we alone. I'm a would never understand the hypocrisy of man. Three religions in my south. From the root of Abraham and them a squabble, them a scuffle, them a fight. Yeah, them a squabble, them a scuffle, them a fight. Every man think he right, so the next man have a wrong. No communication, living in Babylon. We just crabs in the bucket singing the same song. While the waters did they boiling and strong. While the waters did they boiling and strong. It's a wickedness in our country. Bad my people want be untied down. It's a wickedness in our country. All the vipers cannot leave we alone. It's a wickedness in our country. Bad my people want be untied down. It's a wickedness in our country. All the vipers cannot leave we alone. One question if people can you answer?
Action One, inspiring action. Hey, yo, A1 Live, man. We are A1 now. Go out there and get us, man. So we here with two special guests this week that are definitely the what I really call, what we really need. People that's walking the walk, not just talking. People that are really putting in their own time, their own money, into the next generation of thinkers and leaders, and that's exactly what we need. So give us a little introduction on the JCS project. Like, what is it? How'd you get started with it?
So basically the JCS project, JCS stands for Just College Students, and what we do is we provide free college care packages. When you think about it, when students go off to college, a lot of people feel like, hey, they're grown. You're grown, you're on your own, you got your little stuff, you should be good. But even though they're grown, they still need things, and what we do is we put a lot of snacks, school supplies, that kind of stuff into a box, and we give those to them. And even though it's just, a few little things, they look at it as, wow, like this lady doesn't even know me, but yet she took the time out to give me something for free, didn't charge me anything, didn't invoice my mama later on, anything like that. But it's like, they look at it and they say, you know what, if somebody who doesn't know me is doing something for me to encourage me to not only go to college but to finish, I'm gonna go ahead and study a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and pass that test, or I'm at least try, because there's people out here really rooting for me. Like, it's people who care about me that I don't even know. So you know what? Let me go ahead and do what I have to do. And so I have noticed that, even though it's a box of snacks, they look at it as a box of encouragement, something to motivate them, to keep them going. And so I absolutely love it, So it's something that I'm very passionate about. We started off with like 5 girls, and the last time I checked, and I don't even want to check anymore, we had over 3,000 kids registered to receive packages. And it's one of those things where I wish I could give each one of them one and everything, but we're just not there yet. But I feel like it's coming, and I feel like we'll be able to help those students as well as many more, because it's like, when you see the reaction from that student, you just be like, oh man, we gotta keep doing this. And it's like, a lot of students say, you really motivate me, but what they don't know is they're motivating me. Like, they're pushing me to say, okay, Tiffany, you gotta top that. Okay, you did 100 this month, nah, you got to do 200 next month. So they really keep me going. So it's one of those things where I'm giving out a certain energy and I'm getting that energy back, and I'm totally enjoying it.
So what started you down this path of the JCS?
So my little cousin, her name is Taylor Jones. I got a call. And my mom was like, hey Tiffany, we're on the road. We're dropping off Taylor at Blinn, and I'm like, hold on, what?
At Blinn.
Like,
what you doing
that for? And they're like, cause she going to Blinn, girl. You was at the graduation. And I'm over here like, man, my little cousin, like my baby cousin, my first cousin going to Blinn. You gotta be kidding me. When did she grow up? Ain't she like 5? And so it just fell on my heart. She has parents and everything like that, and she has a support system, but it just really fell on me to take care of her while she was off at school. And so I was like, I got my little cousin, I got a couple other cousins, got some coworker kids, and I got some church kids. I'm going to send them money every paycheck. Nah, that lasted for about 2 months. And I was broke, and I quit that. I was like, nah.
You can only do what you can do now.
This ain't going to work. And so then, it came back around to me the next year, and God really spoke to me and said, first of all, that ain't what I told you to do in the first place. Didn't nobody tell you to get them no money? Because when you get kids money, they don't remember that. They just be like, once it's gone, it's gone. Right. And so that's when I got the idea to start buying boxes. And so I bought some boxes, and every paycheck I would put some items in them, And once the boxes were full, then I gave them out. And then people start saying, well, I got a cousin, or I got a nephew, or I got a friend. Can you add them to the list?
Right.
Nope, no problem. I add them to the list. And the next thing you know, what started off at 5, girl, it's like all these kids. And it's like, wait a minute, what? And so we've just had to evolve over time. We used to basically make the packages. My pastor's wife invited us to her home and said, hey, y'all can make the packages out of my house. Most first ladies don't do that. So shout out to my first lady at Galilee. So, so she invited us into her home and said, hey, bring the stuff here. But it got so big until we started going to different restaurants, making packages there. And then that got big, and it's just like all of a sudden it was like, it just took over. And so now I'm in a situation where I'm having multiple events all through the year. We have a breakfast where we give out packages, and we award students as ambassadors and give them scholarships. And you were able to bless me at that event as well, and I still appreciate you for that.
Oh man, I'm just happy to serve.
Thank you. We have a back to school college drive. A lot of times when you hear back to school, you think small kids, elementary kids, but college students,
They have to get back to
school.
You know, so
you are not grown in college.
Exactly.
You may be legally in the eyes of the law grown.
That's about it. And so, you know, we're in a situation where we're like, you know what? Before college students go off to college, let's give them something. And we're the only nonprofit in Houston hosting a back-to-school college drive.
Yeah, that's
we're the only
amazing.
ones doing that. And then we have a campus tour where we make packages, get in our cars, and physically drive all around to different campuses and give out 100 packages at every stop we go to. So the organization is just growing, and we're always, you know, trying to think of new things and new ideas to do so that we can, you know, constantly reach more students.
Steph, man, you out here doing it. You out here doing it, man.
I'm trying.
You know I'm trying. Jay Albert, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, I can actually give a
testimony.
A testimony.
Come on.
Or
everybody got testimonies.
Oh yeah. You know, I can give a critique of this man's services because I'm actually a part of a company that has used this man's services in Lead 360, and I'm definitely gonna give you a minute to build on that. Yeah. But man, just to see this man work, man. You know, it's kind of like everybody gets in their zone. And you could tell when everybody's passionate about what they actually do. You know, kind of being in the consultant meeting, man, was like, man, when you give Kobe that ball in the fourth quarter, man, he just got like a different swag, man. And I can definitely see how you're successful within that space, man. Thank you, so, man, can you just build the people a little bit about Lead 360 and you know some of the other things you got going on, man?
Absolutely. So, thank you for having me. I feel like. I'm in the presence of like celebrities.
It's just the shades, man. It's the shades.
So I think like 2010, I had done a leadership development like institute. It was a really big one. It's called Leadership. It's like the Harvard of Leadership Institute. Like it's legit, no technology, nothing. You're in classes from 6, 7 in the morning to like 9, 10 at night. Like it's intensive, but it's life changing, right? And so after that, I was like, yo, I want to provide this to black males. And so I started Lead 360 around that, and it was to help further our young black boys, but to also move them from this space of surviving to thriving, right? And so the short of the long was we built it. It was built around like 5 pillars. So it was like education, expression, empowerment, engagement, and then entrepreneurship, right? So I wanted you to learn, wanted you to be able to express what you thought, wanted to show you how you were a leader, and then how you then go engage people. And of course, we always trying to get to a bag. So the entrepreneurship piece, right? Yeah. Thought it was great, drinking on my own Kool-Aid, never had anything. Then started doing curriculum around black boys, and then I started getting like all of these opportunities to teach this curriculum, and that was the first time I had really like started to build business for myself. My whole background is in that, but this was the first time I had started doing it for myself. And short of the long, a bunch of failures later, 2015, I was laid off 15 or 16, one of those. I was laid off by the YMCA after I made them $36 million in 8 months. $36 million in 8 months. $36 million in 8 months.
Thank you. I was about to say it one more time.
And so, like, I just spent that following month, like, building a think tank for myself on what I wanted to do next, right? So I took all of these transferable skills and put them into my own thing, which was Lead 360. And developed this curriculum called the Idea Startup that following December, I did it for the first time. I think I only charged people maybe like $25, and half of the people that were there was only 12. Half of them were my family. Like two of them were friends. That turned into that January, getting the opportunity to go teach the same curriculum at Prairie View, getting paid more than adjunct professors get paid for the semester for a class. I got that in one setting, and then from there just continuing to expand upon that. And what's interesting is that 2 of the judges who were there, and then I'll shut up. But I think it's kind of dope. So we just had 17 black women run for judge and win, right? And one of the ones that did not win the new space, she was still a judge in a current one, so she's still judging. Just want to make sure the people know that. But yeah, so Shannon Baldwin and LaShawn Williams came to my first class. And then Shannon came back when I was teaching the classes on my own to just just do a testimony or whatever. And so while she was there, she was like, yeah, so John doesn't know, but we really took notes in this class, blah, blah, blah. So she has her little notebook from the class, or workbook from the class showing the notes or whatever. And she was like, and what he doesn't know is that we actually implemented them. So then she pulls out all of this flip chart paper. I love flip chart paper. So she already got me. I'm already in love. So then she was like, yeah, he said this. And so we looked at this, and then we looked at this. And then what we realized? This platform wasn't large enough for what we wanted to do. And so we've decided that we're running for judge. And I ain't saying that I'm the sole, but it's nice to know that I was able to be a catalyst in a capacity to do something and so then when I think about the whole reason I started Lead 360 for these young black boys, what does it do now for young black boys to go to court and see their mom, to see their aunt, to see Miss Judy around the corner, right? To see Miss Pat at the church. Like, that's who those women represent. They're big sisters, they're cousins. And so I kind of did it, in the capacity, which is really dope.
You
so
shaped an environment. That's something big.
I did.
I
did.
Well, and I've also I've always appreciated you coming through for the BLA, man.
Man,
We've done our
the Yes Summit.
Man, our Yes Summit, man. Brother come through with the curriculum, man, and I mean, essentially what we do, like, man, it's like a whole day thing where they get the economic empowerment from this brother. They get the culture and the history of, everything they have to offer at the African Holocaust Museum, at the Shrine of the Black Madonna, along with the Buy Black Market. Man, that's like
good,
one of my
man.
favorite times throughout the year.
We teach true community incubation. Like, kids identify problems in their communities. They create businesses to fix those solutions, and then they pitch them to judges, which are people in the community who give them money for it. Like, and the whole time you got, brothers like this brother right there, with the camera crew and all of this, saying, hey, little black boy, little black girl, you could be on TV.
You can do anything.
And man, one of the dopest parts, man, was after we did our first one, man. We didn't know how it was actually received. I mean, we had parents that liked it or whatever, but maybe it was about 5 or 6 months later. One of the young boys, he was maybe like 10. He ended up being one of the vendors at the shrine because he was inspired by after he attended the summit. And so him and his cousin that also attended, it was I think a 9 and 10-year-old. They was out there. I think they were selling free range eggs.
That's dope.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I was like, hustle, man. I had to buy a carton just
of course,
man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
But like that was like, man, one of the moments, man, where I was like, this is it.
You
right
touched
here.
somebody. You reached them.
But yeah, man, I just appreciate it, man.
Thank
you. I got to cut out the sentimental stuff, man. Come on, we got something to talk about.
Come on, let's talk about
it. We've been talking about you. You've been the conversation. That broke the internet, man. But I think that it was something that needed to happen from the aspect of, I think in this day and age, I'm kind of in this like reflective part of my life. That's what happened.
That's why you got the shades on. Because you're really looking at yourself through the glasses.
No, he didn't drop it like that.
Red eyes, not trying to lose the sponsor. But now, man, I think that oftentimes, we're so quick to point out, a lot of the different things that go on, as it relates to white supremacy and its government and everything else like that. But we don't want to take accountability for ourselves, man. And so, you attended a local black business that had just opened.
Yes.
And I believe you gave a fair critique on your experience, or it wasn't even a critique. You told about your experience.
Right.
That was really it. It really wasn't even a critique. it was just telling. But I think a lot of people feel that, oh, well, we should keep all that behind closed doors. You know, we're trying to build our businesses. So, man, just kind of build on that situation, man, because you did display, you know, calm throughout the storm.
Yeah, you know, there's no need to be upset. I love black people. Let me say that. Like, love.
And if you love our people, you know you got to deal with everything that come along with you, man.
And I receive all blackness from Shaquita with the flyest unit on and the baby with the sagging Pampers and no shoes on walking down the street. That's still my black. Yeah. To President Barack Obama, that's still my black, right? So, like, Nkrumah, that's still my black. Garvey, that's still my black. Like, all of them, whoever, it's still my black. You know what I'm saying? So let me preface with that, right? And then, so what happened was we had a show. We finished a show that I do on the side, and I was hungry. And this was, I think, the day that we were supposed to have something at 4212, right? Shameless plug for another black.
Shout out,
right?
I like that.
So I was hungry, and I was waiting on Jamie in to meet me at 4212. I was like, hey, I'm hungry. I'm going to go grab something to eat. Somebody at the station was talking about soul food vegan. Right. So I was like, cool. So I go into the establishment, right? So the way it's set up, it's like the old church's chickens used to be, where there's one door, you walk through the door, to the right is the lobby, to the left is a very narrow corridor. At the end of that corridor is where you order your food. So the line's already long. Cool, don't have no problem with it. I got time. Go stand in the line. I'm standing in the line. This older black lady walks up to me like Granny, and she like, where you come from? So, whoa, hold on, wait. Like, it was real. So in my head, I was like, oh, well, maybe she saw the show. And so, like, that's what it is. I've yet to say any words, no words. I haven't said anything. She's just, and I look, and she's, where you come from? And I was like, huh? And so then so I'm standing here. She's standing behind me or to my right? To my left are two white women. They looked like they might be partners. I felt like they were, which is cool, whatever. So the more masculine one, and this is not demeaning or anything by any means, but you get when I finish saying what I'm saying. So she's like, yeah, I got her back. I was talking to her, and I was like, whoa, wait.
What's going on?
I don't even, like, I still don't have no clue what's happening, right? Like, I'm still quiet. I've yet to say a word. And so then the older black lady is like, yeah, I was just talking to you. And I was like,
so they mistake you for.
They're not talking to me at this point. They're talking to each other, and I'm clearly lost, right? So I asked the lady, I was like, were you in this spot? And she was like, yes. I was like, oh, if you want your spot back, that's all you had to say. I say, but where were you? Because when I got here, you weren't here. Oh, baby, I was going around on the other side to look at their food to see what they look like.
Old lady, that's what they do.
That's fine, Granny. You got to pass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Everybody needs to let Granny get in front of them.
Right. Now, here's where it's a little weird. So everybody has these menus, right? They're ordering from the menu. It comes down to me. Granny don't have no menu. She already know what she want. I don't have a menu. The guy behind me doesn't have a menu. And I don't think anybody else there. I think they had used them all up, which is fine. It is what it is, right? I mean, you got a lot of people out of love. Cool. So the only, white lady number one, white lady number two. Like, white lady number two is the ag one. She has the last menu closest to me, right? I don't want to say nothing to you. You looking at me crazy. I'm looking at you crazy. I still don't really know what just happened. Like, so after she finishes ordering, she goes and puts her menu back up at the front, right? I don't have a menu. I don't want to get back out of line because this line is really long. So all of this is happening at the back of the line. We're all the way in the dining area, right? Told you, think of an old church's chicken. So, I mean, it's a significant number of people in front of me. Anyway, so mom gets to me. Only way I know it's mom, it's because she says, not mom, the lady that just tried to check me, but mom, mother of the guy who owns Soul Food Vegan. She stops and she says, hey, thank y'all so much for supporting us. She was like, I'm his mom, blah, blah, blah. Okay, hey, mama, we love you. Everything's still good. So then she gets to me and I say, Mom, I don't have a menu. I don't want to get out of line. Can I, get a menu? Oh, no. You got to go up to the chalkboard, and then that's where he have all of his stuff, and then you can order from there. But all of these people just ordered off of menus.
Right.
just weird. It was just weird, right? Like, and even in the post, like I never said they were terrible. I never said the service was bad. I said this is what the service was, and I still don't know what happened, right? So I was like, you know what? Cool, I got time. I get out and I go walk up out of line, past like 5 people, 4 people, something like that, to go look at the menu, right? So I'm looking at the menu. Another guy, mama walks behind me, grabs the menu, and then gives it to. Like I have no clue what's happening. Right. It's just I don't want to go there anymore. Right. Like I don't. And I made a post about that, and that's exactly what I said. I never said they're a terrible place. I said I won't ever be going here again. Is what I said. This is what happened. I couldn't even critique the food because I hadn't eaten the food. I can't tell you about nothing else because I literally was in there all of 7 minutes maybe.
You get past the service.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. So then all these people started like commenting, like, give him a chance. Our boy Fred, he, like as soon as it posted, he sent me a text, bro, you gotta give him a chance, bro. Like, wait, hold on, man. Like, and I'm like, bro, like, what? No, I don't. That's why I got mad.
I gave him a chance.
I did. And like I told you, like I validated them when I said, hey, I'm coming here to eat. Furthermore validation when I walked through the door. Furthermore validation when I made the decision in my head I was going to spend money, which is why I waited in line, right? More validation when I went up to that chalkboard, right? So after that, I was never obligated to do that to begin with. Right. You know, number 2, more importantly, is that I think that this idea of don't say it like criticize in private but praise in public. You want my praise in public because it carries weight. Right. You don't want my criticism in public because it carries weight. Right. But you don't. If you want me to treat you a special type of way because you are a black business owner, then you have to treat me a special type of way because I'm a black customer. Right. Right. So everybody went up in arms. I deleted the post. Then I got pissed off because I got a Facebook message from somebody very prominent trying to force me like into. Right. So then that made me mad. And I was like, you know what? I'm over it. I'm done with black people. I talked to Fred. I read you the text message. I was like, I'm over y'all. I was like, don't worry about it. You ain't got it. Let me tell you, y'all can have all of that. All of that. Y'all can have it. Short of the long, and I've been talking a minute. I made a video about it. And then I posted the video. And it said everything. Somebody tagged the manager, Tiffannie, Tina Broadway, in it. She called me that same night. We talked through things. She was like, yo, yeah, absolutely right. We rushed to open. Like, it's a lot going on. Like, this is not what we do. Like, we didn't create Soul Food Vegan because we were great at business. Yeah, like, we was a great chef. We love each other. We love the food.
Wasn't expecting to pop.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It was popping.
And so, like, she was like, yo, like, whatever support you can give me, like, I'm down for it, you know, and all of those things. So then I had to go back and put an update and tell these people that, hey, just because you're criticized in public doesn't mean that that's a bad thing. No. This is now an opportunity
to correct yourself.
Right, and to create goodwill. Yeah. The post that I made saying, hey, we got it taken care of, got got twice as many likes and engagement as the one I posted saying I didn't like it. Okay. And I was like, see, this is what...
It came back around.
Yeah, and then I had people DMing me, texting me, hey, when you going back? Because I want to go with you. I was like...
Right. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, man.
That's a lot.
That type of behavior is the type of behavior, and not to throw it, and this is not loosely, right? I'm not trying to be tongue in cheek or whatever with it, but R. Kelly, right? Like it's the same type of behavior. It's that don't say nothing in front of other people. Like keep it between us, and like it's those little things, they're microaggressions that just get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Most definitely, man.
I'm off my soapbox.
Hey,
Thank you,
man. Man, you know, like I said, man, I was waiting on it, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I definitely think it was necessary, man, and I definitely think that you're necessary, man. And like I said, all of us, man, we have to build our own network. You know what I'm saying? To where we can communicate with each other. And like you said, man, every one of us that put out any art any type of business, you know, we have to be prepared to take that critique because, like you said, if we really listen, it can only make us better.
Absolutely.
Like, you don't think that, you know, them hotels look at Yelp and Travelocity and all the bad things that people say, and you don't see them going back and forth in their DMs like, oh, man.
And the people who are saying these things to you are the people you need to be concerned about because that is your clients. Those are your customers.
Absolutely.
You know?
How many people walk in? How many times have y'all went to an establishment, did not like it, left, and never told a person why?
Right.
You know how much money people lose because nobody's willing to say, I'm leaving.
It's true.
Right.
It's true. And for you to even be able to just walk in there with that long line, you've never been there to even say, oh, I'm dying for this food. I'm going to stand in this long line. You stood in that line. You know, you took multiple pieces of abuse, if that's what you want to call it, you know. But, you know, you still are being positive about that business because they came back and tried to correct themselves. We have to be able to take constructive criticism and make ourselves better.
Absolutely.
You know,
it's like what you just said when you were like, some of the stuff isn't always that good, but because of the service, and that's what I tried. I was like, I don't care how the food could taste like dirt now, but the fact that you like call me immediately, like everything. What can we do to fix? Like,
Most definitely. Well, man, we're finna get into another break, man. Then we're gonna come right back, man, and close it out, man, with our two good people, man. You know what I'm saying? RJ, man, what we got?
Yeah.
Get into action.
Yo, we back at it again, baby.
What?
Get into action. 3.
Get into action.
Tell me what is the deal, tell me what is the deal.
So I challenge you today to start strong.
Get into action.
Tell me what is the deal. Cause I'm calling for you.
Get into action.
Can you feel that? Yeah. See, I'm calling for you. Can you feel that? Yeah. See, I'm calling for you. Can you feel that? Yeah. See, I'm calling for you. Say how you really
See it, say it, then seize it. What do I mean by that? You have to visualize it first. You have to go and put yourself in that position before it's even manifest, before it's even there. You have to see what you want. You have to know what you want. And then you go out and say it. You speak on it. You put it in your core system and you believe it. Once you speak on something, you bring that thing to life. So speak on it, you know, believe it, you know, walk it, you know, just, it's yours, go get it. And it brings me to my final core value, and that's seize it. You know what I'm saying? Like, seize it, go get it. At the end of the day, it's yours, yo. Like, go get it, make it happen. Like, the world's just waiting on you, waiting on it to manifest, waiting on you to bring it to life, waiting on you to bring out your creativity and to bring value to life. So go seize it. It's your boy Jay Noah. My advice, see it, say it, seize it. Peace.
free your mind, free your mind. Yeah. Free your mind, free your mind. Yeah. Can we free your mind, free your mind. Yeah. I feel the chains coming off me. I feel the chains coming off of me. Feel the chains coming off me. I feel the chains coming off of me. Feel the chains coming off me. I feel the chains coming off of me. Feel the chains coming off
me up and the chains coming off. Hurry and tell me free slaves. What did they do when they took off the chain? The drama is never forgotten. Never fully rehabilitate from that kind of shit. Consider it a win. You ain't never know your pops and you ain't never know your kids. That being said, what they teaching to them kids if they separate kids. And even if they with them, their psychology has gotta be off by now. Their kids have had kids, you see. Their kids have had kids and their kids have had us. We're living proof of the mentality implanted in us now. We ain't identified the cancer that's damaging us. How we supposed to build from generation to generation like every other where history.
Wait, one live, man, back in this thing, man. We definitely got some game, man, from the homie. Yeah, holding it down, man. So, Tiffannie, with you being just for college students, I know you've been paying attention to the recent scandals that's been going on with these college admissions and fake coaches, fake tests, man. And it, it's funny, man. It would be the same people complaining about affirmative action. Got their own thing going on. But, what's your opinions on the whole situation, man?
So I just caught up on it last night. I had been seeing a lot of posts about it, but like nobody dropped a link or anything.
Right.
It was just like these little things they were saying. And I was like, what's going on? So last night when I got home and got settled, I started looking it up. And I felt real bad for 3 reasons. One, I had a student who wanted to get into that school, and she didn't get in. She's at TSU now, and she's happy, but she did want to go there. 2, I have a nonprofit, and it just makes nonprofits look bad because of how they were like sending the money through the nonprofit. It makes us look bad. I'm over here like, trust me, I'm using the money for packages.
Right.
It's like, somebody give me $500,000, You know how many packages I can make? So it makes nonprofits look bad. And then 3, I'm a parent of a high school senior. And I'm trying to get my daughter in college. And, everybody's journey is different. I'm in a situation, where my daughter, she's not at the top of her class. She's not in the top 10%. Just being honest. My daughter is not in the top 10%. She didn't have the high test scores on the SAT and the ACT, but I'm out here busting my butt. We're trying to get her into this school. They're like, okay, we need her to write a strong essay. I'm like, okay, strong essay. Here we come. She's like, we need a reference letter. We need a reference letter from this person. I mean, I'm out here doing everything they're asking me to do. But ain't nobody, I don't have any money to send, but ain't nobody asking me for no money. I mean, we're doing it the right way. And if she doesn't get in, guess what? She doesn't get in.
What's that?
So that hurt me on so many levels because it's like, that is wrong. And I feel bad for kids who were trying to get in those schools, who had the grades, or who fought hard, who worked hard, and they were really trying to get in. Right. And probably would have did amazing at those schools, and they didn't get in because somebody paid it. And the way they were doing it, how do you say your child is playing a sport?
Hey, man, right.
When I was reading this stuff, I was like, wait a minute.
Right. So, man, anybody that's not caught up, man, there's been a recent scandal around the country where up to 50 people have been busted for falsifying ACT and SAT scores. There were actual test administrators that were either allowing other people to take the test or going back and correcting certain student tests for up to like 10 to 20,000 per student. And then you also have certain athletic coaches around the country that were taking bribes in order to say that we're recruiting this student so that the school would accept them. Because, schools show preferential treatment to prospective athletes and things like that. So they say, we're looking at them for the tennis team. And then,
get them in.
And to me, man, one of the funniest parts, man, when I heard that they were actually, like, photoshopping their kids into other people's, like, athletic pictures and, like, fake trophies, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Jay, man, how you soaking up these white tears, man? And my bottle's full of them, man.
So I'm like Teflon, right? Like white tears, they just roll right off of me.
Yeah, a lot going around, man.
Yeah, it is.
Got an old girl from Full House too, man.
Yeah. I just have one question: Will any of these schools HBCUs?
Nah.
Now, lesson for black people. If you send your black child to a black school, you don't have these problems.
What's that? Most definitely.
Message.
Hey man, and that's no lie, man. And hey man, I done joked several times, man. You know, for all the problems that HISD has, and my kids in HISD, I know some people wins, but hey man, I ain't never felt safer having my kids in a black and brown school than with these school shootings and everything else that's going on, man. I feel safe.
What
man.
kind of schools they shooting up?
Well, we're in Spring ISD, and my daughter's at Tiffannie. And Tiffannie is popular on the news for school shootings.
Oh my God!
Just anything with the police, students, and crime is going on at Tiffannie. And I think it was last school year was when the year that several kids robbed a GameStop, wearing like stuff with the school logo.
Oh my goodness! So they're not even smart. I guess that's why they cheat to get them in college anyway.
I'm just saying, but you know they
some unseasoned chicken right
there. They robbed
where your rival schools
wearing the Tiffannie logo on the school. Came back to the school and the police, you know, followed them there, caught up with them. They jump out of cars, take off running, and everything spread out. So they locked the school down. So my daughter texts me and she's like, Mom, we're on lockdown. I was like, yeah, I know. She's like, Mom, you don't understand. I'm like, yeah, I know you're on lockdown. Everybody texted me. I know. She says, Mom, you don't understand. Listen. I'm like, okay, what is it? She said, we're on lockdown. But the guy who they're looking for with the gun, he's in the room with me right here, Mama. And I'm like, this me. Girl. Yeah. And so like luckily he had threw the gun somewhere else, but basically he tried to hide amongst because you know when they put the school on lockdown you can't move. So she was in the gym and so he tried to hide amongst 100 or so kids in the gym, and I'm sitting here like this like the 4th time y'all have been on the news for something. It's
crazy
always
man.
something. And then a lot of those kids had scholarships. A lot of them had football scholarships and they got arrested, scholarships gone, and I'm sitting here like, what?
And it's just stupidity. And you know, the kids who doing it probably had no need to do that
at all.
They went to school on lunch break, and they went on their lunch break with robbed the GameStop and came back to school.
Man, to go down in the birds, man.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I'm nice and safe in Harlem Clark.
Come on, you know, I think we have a bad habit of
people
assimilating.
Scared of the hood. Come on now.
We not even, and we really can't appropriate, but you'll get what I say when I say it. Black people have a tendency to appropriate all of the worst parts of white culture, while white people appropriate all of the best parts of black culture, right? Clean it up, repackage it, sell it. Our kids run around like that don't need to robbing stuff. Like, so you for some level of credibility, right? Yeah, the kids at Forest Brook, if they went and robbed a GameStop or something like that, 9 times out of 10 they ain't got the money for it. Not justifying it, but they ain't got the money for it, right? Or they finna try to flip them when they get back to school so they can make some money to do something else, right? So at least there's some level of entrepreneurship there. I mean, it might not be the best, but you know, but
I'm
it's
agree,
not
but I'm scared.
But it's not an assimilation of behavior for street cred. And that does happen. We all went to school, right? Yeah. But a lot of that behavior that you see within our brown and black communities, like in the schools, in the inner cities and stuff like that, like it's based on some idea of survival. You know what I'm saying? And not a nod.
Yeah.
Bring your kid to HISD.
Yeah, man, go on, you say, man.
Well, this our last year, so we.
Yeah, you good.
We
You
good. We good now. We good now.
Well, man, as we start to wrap up, man, I want to definitely give both of you the opportunity to let the people know about any initiatives. I know that you're still on the college tour, and you still, got a few more schools. But definitely anything that y'all have going on, from the show to different events, man. Definitely, let the people know, man, so they can support you. We'll start with you and then.
Sure. So, 2 things coming up. Monday and Tuesday, we will be in New Orleans.
Tom Roulette.
I was so excited.
Can I go?
I know.
I need to catch you.
Say Monday we will be at Xavier, and Tuesday we will be at Suno. And those will be the last 2 schools that we finished the JCS college tour at. But say, go ahead and take the top off of that so they can actually see. what's in there.
some stuff out.
Yeah, pull some stuff out so they can see what's in there.
Pull some Fruit Loops.
Breakfast.
Yeah. Pull some a snack.
Lunch. No, lunch.
Don't say you can't take no notes, baby.
Put them. Just pull them Raymonds out of there, cause you know
Oh,
kids
yeah.
be loving them
That's
Raymonds.
gonna save you a
That's a
whole
cell
phone.
phone thing.
That's dinner.
Yeah.
Almost done.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but like Netflix
Breakfast
and chill.
again
That's
or
what's
lunch.
up.
Okay.
That'll get you by. That'll get you through
It
some late
will.
night studying sessions right here.
It will.
All the stuff good, man.
I say it's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
And they got the juice pouch.
Hold on.
The
Yes.
Oreo.
Man.
Man, it's more stuff in there.
Oh yeah.
But say you can pack a lot of stuff.
Ooh, they got
in there.
the different. They got the
Man,
chocolate.
look at all this, man. Look at all.
They got the chocolate, the cocoa rice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I ain't gonna.
But you know what that is? That's the difference between leaving the library
Mm-hmm.
because I'm hungry or
Exactly.
staying there
Because
and
I have
studying
it.
for that test.
Yeah, man. And also, man, get some
And-
Whataburger, man.
And let's,
And
you know
some
what? Let's go
Whataburger.
ahead and talk about that. So I've
Tell
been,
'em, tell
I've been
'em, tell
kind of
'em.
quiet, and I haven't said anything. But Whataburger did reach out to us and give JCS
saw
a
that.
sponsorship, and so they donated 250 meal vouchers, 250 bottles of water,
Beautiful.
and they donated 250 keychains. And so I was all excited. I feel like anytime someone bless you with something, you know,
Yeah.
you'd be like, okay, that's what's up. So upon receiving that blessing, I was like, you know what, let me go shout out Whataburger. So I took it upon myself to have this Whataburger t-shirt made that says JCS loves Whataburger. And I went and stood in front of their restaurant holding a box to kind of show them what we do. Next thing you know, I got an email saying, hey, we want to recognize the JCS project as a community hero. You will be featured on our website, as well as that's a nice photo you did, but we want to send a professional photographer to come out and take a picture of you and some of your college students
man.
inside of Whataburger. So
Oh,
that
that's
will be happening on this
awesome.
Friday.
Come
Yeah,
on.
man.
Come on. I mean, I got
Shout out
nothing to say.
Whataburger.
You can't
I'm
beat
all
that.
excited.
Come
I'm
through.
You
all
won.
excited.
Winning. Hey,
Good
shit,
job.
Whataburger?
Black women always saving us.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Come
she
on,
black because she black and bougie
Come
because of
on,
Whataburger,
man.
right? Because you know that's what the bougie black people is.
That's because it's some real meat.
It is.
It's some real meat, some real potatoes, you know.
Yeah.
That's wild, man.
Exactly.
Tell you, man, what you got going down, man?
So you know I own Lee 360. So if y'all need some help, holla at your boy John at the360way.com. But on the 16th of this month, so this Saturday, My Degree is Black, which is another company that I own. Tiffannie is rocking our Black on Black shirt. Y'all can go find out more information at mydegreeisblack.com. But we are having a HBCU brunch at 5015 this Saturday, which is gonna be dope. So y'all definitely come out and come share y'all HBCU stories. So in 5 seconds maybe, what My Degree is Black is about is we canvass the country, collecting the stories of HBCU alumni and sharing it with the hopes that they will then that it will then help to change the negative narratives that are associated with HBCU. So if y'all come out to 5015, y'all can be a part of this collection of stories that we've gathered from you wonderful black people.
Oh, that's awesome.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. So, man, as we wrap up, man, give the people, man, all your social media handles, websites, man, how they could contact you. You know what I'm saying, to get their business right, man. And as, like I said, this brother, man, he's you definitely will not be disappointed, man, if you come through for his services.
I appreciate it. Well, I'm just gonna give you my phone number because it's already out there anyway.
What's that?
832-816-7622. Again, that's 832-816-7622. Check out the 360way.com.
Man, let's go down, man. And when the show?
So we're on hiatus right now.
Okay,
so
okay.
we just wrapped our first season. We'll be back May the 4th with an actual live show. We rent out a whole space and inviting everybody. So
now you're doing good, man. You got seasons, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, seasons, man. Let the people know, man, all your contact information, how they can contact JCS.
Sure. So Facebook at the JCS Project, Instagram and Twitter, JCS Project, and of course the website, thejcsproject.org.
Ooh, man, these cheese on cheese. Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, that's the best I saw. Peanut butter.
But no, man, I appreciate both of you for coming through, man. I appreciate you for putting me on it, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? And I just appreciate you for being you, man. You know, both of y'all continue to reach out, man. Let us know however we can help, continue to support, man. Any events, any initiatives, man. You know, that's why we here, man. We here for our people, man. Jay Nicole, man, as we wrap up, man, let the people know what they need to do to subscribe.
Oh, man. Y'all need to go to our website, weareA1.com. We have everything there. If you guys want to become a member, it's weareA1.com/membership. You want to become a sponsor, weareA1.com/sponsorship. You want to work for A1, you want to be an intern, you want to learn the ropes of media, we want to teach you. weareA1.com/internship. We also have a store online where you can get your nice action gear. We got hoodies, t-shirts, bags, pens, pencils, whatever you want. It's all online. weareA1.com/store.
Yeah.
Okay, so
most definitely, man. And make sure that y'all check out SG2 in Space comes on tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Check out Dapping in the Real Saturday at noon, and Traveling TV and Made with the T Saturday at 2. You know, our shows on Action 1 continue to grow, man, and continue to look for new things, man. So just remember Action, Agility, Life, and Community.
Yes.
Action 1, you know, that's why we here. Jay Nicole, how we leave them out, man.
Getting the action, baby.
Yay.
Free your mind, free your mind. Yeah, yeah. Free your mind, free your mind. Yeah, yeah. Can we free your mind, free your mind? Yeah, 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 yeah. I feel the chains coming off me. I feel the chains coming off of me. Feel the chains coming off me. I feel the chains coming off of me. Feel the chains coming off me. I feel the chains coming off of me. Feel the chains coming off me. I feel the chains coming off. Arrogant tell me free slaves. What did they do when they took off the chain? The drama is never forgotten. Never fully rehabilitate from that kind of shit. Consider it a win. You ain't never know your pops and you ain't never know your kids. That being said, what they teaching to them kids if they separated? And even if they with them, their psychology has gotta be off by now. Their kids have had kids, you see. Their kids have had kids and their kids have had us. We're living proof of the mentality and planted in us now. We ain't identified the cancer that's damaging us. How we supposed to build from generation to generation like every other nation where history violently been erased. Placed with lies and loose ends. Women and strong men violently been raped. Why they exercising lust and the power to dominate? Choices of yesterday affecting the present day. Sorry to say that was still slaves black. Now can you honestly say that you done never see what freedom look like? Despite what you may think in your mind, how can you identify something you never seen like freedom? How can you identify something you never seen like freedom? How can you identify something you never seen like freedom? How can you identify something you never seen like freedom? How can you identify something you never seen like one day we'll be free, one day we'll be free. I can see that one day we'll be free, one day we'll be free. I can see that one day we'll be free, one day we'll be free. I can see that, I can see one day we'll be free, one day we'll be free. How can you identify something you never seen, my brother? Like the love of one another before the fall. Identify something you never seen, like black people operating with a unity. Before we boarded boats on the west coast of Africa, black bodies was being hung from trees, swinging in that summer breeze like decoration. What holiday did we get celebration? Before they called us sold and bought us at the auction, with the horses and the chicken that is picking cotton. What was it like to be a nation of just us? Before they gave us a white guard to give trust. Before we had a master and a heritage race. Before we had a false God erected in this place. Before we wouldn't out of education, cause the education bring about rebellion in the people. Before they gave us education like replacement of the language that I'm speaking to you right now, my people. Before they socially engineer my people with negative imagery, and so listen to me and my people. I can't ever wonder what it must have been when Kunta was Kunta, he would kick you with that good foot. Kunta wasn't told me, they told me I'm free. I can identify something I never seen like freedom. Everybody say, get in the action! Get in the action!
What he dabbing on him, okay.
Get in the action!
Yo, we in here dabbing on the real. Y'all stay tuned, more to come. Action 1 Media Group. It's time to get into action, man, for real.
In your face.